what's up, Premium Chasers? It was nice to see some green on Friday, right? So we had a bloodbath of a week and had some amazing opportunities to get in on some absolutely amazing stocks, but it doesn't stop there. Today is all about the premium plays for this coming week and all the amazing setups and opportunities that are still out there. So let's go over the shoulder. All right, guys, and as always, one lucky commenter down below is going to win a free one-on-one option strategy call with me. Just drop a comment. Tune in tomorrow to see if you won. We got a lot to cover today, guys. Today's the birthday special. You already know. I got the balloon in the background. All jokes aside, 35. It's hard to say it. 35 years young, guys. 35 years young. But today, guys, this is our premium plays, guys. Every single Saturday, we do a recap of the markets and then all the various plays that I'm looking at for this coming week. All the links to free resources will be down below in the descriptions of today's video. Guys, we had a good bloody week, and then we kind of had a great rebound, and we're going to be covering all of that, okay? Because there was a lot of plays made. If you didn't get into some cash secured puts this week, listen, all right, let's just get into this. I don't know what you're doing, all right? So, for example, the fear and greed, we're still in extreme fear here, guys, okay? As far as earnings for this week, you know, the only ones I'm really paying attention to are Nike and MU. These are only really companies that I really care about personally. Keep an eye on that. I always like to also do just look at earnings and what's coming up, guys. You should always have this up on your screen. Just go to earningshub.com, and that should like literally always be there, ready for you to see what's going on. As for the S&P, we saw a nice bounce off that 300-day moving average. That was so key to see a bounce off that, guys, because if we started using that like as a resistance level, that's going to be big bear market territory. Now, with that said, obviously we don't know what's going to happen this coming week. It's great that we saw a little bit of a rally. I think that's because the numbers were fudged on the PPI and CPI reports. That's me personally. But with that said, the whole community, we were printing with those cash secured puts, right? We're just going to hit the juice button one single time today in this video, because we were able to get in and out of a lot of trades within a week, right? Because of this rally really at the end of on Friday, right? So here's the thing. If you didn't do your cash secured puts when we were bleeding out this week, you missed out on some juicy premium. So you should take that, right? Take that information and make sure that next time you have great setups and the data and your thesis makes sense on the great companies that you want to get your cash secured puts on and collect premiums from options buyers, right? Then actually stick to your plan, because now we're seeing a little bit of a rally. Okay, now we're exiting those positions. Now, if you took assignment, it's time for covered call time. You have to get really good at emotional control in this game, guys. Unfortunately, with trading, it is so difficult, and it does take years for you to really build that muscle up, right? But like now, we're going to go into covered call territory potentially. If we stay green and we really see a rebound, if we see a rebound on the S&P back past that 200-day moving average, and then using the 200-day moving average as support, that is when you get to reap the benefits of locking in 80-90% of your cash secured put premiums, right away, right? You get to lock those out. The ones you just opened this past week within 2 weeks. You know what that does to your annual return? It's insanity, right? That's fantastic, right? So we're going to see what happens this week, right? There's obviously a lot of positive sentiment right now in the market. So you should have been doing it. I can't stress enough. This was the week to do your cash secured puts. If you didn't do it and you missed out, I mean, we've been talking about it all week. I don't know what you're doing. All right. So Nvidia was the big winner for really our entire community, both the public and private community. And I mean, guys, come on. Like, you had chances to get amazing cash secured puts in at 90, 85, right? 100, right? And collect juicy premiums. Some people in our community, we're getting like 4 or 5% return in literally less than a week by opening up. I think it was like a 105 and like a 95 or something like that. And just being able to, now we rebounded off that bottom Bollinger Band. We stayed only below that 300-day moving average for a very short period of time and rebounded back towards the middle Bollinger Band. Now, what do you do here? See, the thing is, some of you guys, now you're like, now what do I do? The market's coming back. Now what do I do? No, like now is if you took assignment. Now we're literally take these and we sit on our hands, right? Because everybody knows, and at least inside of our community, like you look for plays, you stick to your plan and look at the setups. Don't chase setups. Let the setups come to you. All right, on the companies that you like. Cannot stress it enough. Now on Nvidia, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm not doing nothing. Right? I'm not doing nothing. There's no point, right? I got the cash secured puts, got out of the cash secured puts. Now, okay, if we start working our way towards that top Bollinger Band right here, then maybe, okay, let's get some covered calls in, right? Now it's time for covered calls. Cash secured puts time has passed. Now maybe obviously Nvidia drops and has a big drop this week, which, hopefully it does, because then if we can do more cash secured puts on it, that's fantastic, right? But now that opportunity is gone, right? That setup is gone. It is past. Now there's literally, I wouldn't say, do what you want, your own money. I'm just a dude on the internet. I have no idea what I'm even talking about, right? So, but like, honestly, for me, cash secured puts are pointless at this point. Alrighty, let's get on to our next one. Next one is Apple, right? Still a great setup. Probably, again, one of the better ones that I can share with you is Apple right now, right? Below bottom Bollinger Band and right around that 300-day moving average. If there's still like a setup that you're looking for potentially to get into and you love Apple, this is a good setup, right? We're still at that bottom Bollinger Band, 300-day moving average below it. Look at the 200s. Look at the 200s. Can't be upset owning Apple at 200, right? And the premiums are still really, really nice, okay? Next one we're going into is Google. Let's head over to our chart here real quick and see. This setup, we're starting to come back, right? We're now kind of coming back towards that 300-day moving average. We are no longer really towards the bottom, still a little oversold on the RSI, but now we're working back towards that middle Bollinger Band, towards the 300 and 200-day moving averages. Still could do some cash secured puts here, but if it opens green on Monday, there's really no point, in my opinion, there's really no point, right? Your opportunities maybe would be better at like an Apple because the setup is a lot nicer. Again, I can't stress it enough. Don't try to manufacture setups. So I do a lot of like reviews, right? And again, I'm just dude on the internet. Nothing here is financial advice. I've just been doing this for 7 years. But like when I look at some of you guys will be like, oh, what do you think about this? Like you'll post this in the free Facebook group. The link will be in the description if you want to join us. And people are posting different ideas. And I'm like, well, it's not even like a setup. Like you want to do cash, you're like rushing a cash secured put or rushing a covered call when it's like you have to learn to sit on your hands. That's the best part about being an option seller, guys. We're not trading every day, right? We're just waiting. We're patient. We're waiting for the setups. We're not chasing after and trying to make up a setup that's not really there, right? So I can't stress it enough, right? Don't chase setups. Be patient. Like again, I see even people join our private community, which is awesome. We have like a live chat that we basically talk every day. I go live every single morning at 9, and like some people are like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Where's the action? Where's that? Like, no, relax. That's not the point. We're option sellers, right? Let the day traders and the options buyers be freaking out all day and like think they're the dude from Limitless, all right? But they ain't. Right? They don't got NZT or whatever that thing was called that he was taking. All right. So, but in all seriousness, that's what we are made to feel like. And trust me, I feel that hype, right? When you go into an X space and everybody's day trading and they're tweeting out calls like, bro, they're all losing money. Like they're all losing money. To me, at least for me, my simple brain, and some of you will call me out and be like, Pete, you're just bad at scalping. That's why. Sure, I'm bad at scalping. I can only share you what I like to do, and that's selling options, collecting premiums, locking in gains, and making actual money, right? Not gambling. Like again, that's just me. Do what you want to do. If you want to go trade candlesticks, go. This ain't the place for you. But I know if you give this a shot, you'll see it's way less stressful and it's easier. Like it just is, right? Moving on to Tesla. What is going on, man, in this country? That's so wild, bro. Oh, it's so wild. How it's so amazing to see how sentiment can like change so quickly, guys. Like it's so wild, right? It's so wild, but nice to see a nice rebound off a dip below that bottom Bollinger Band and work towards back our 300-day moving average. And it's nice to see, whatever. Like, look, I know Elon probably got his ulterior motives and all that, but I'm a big Elon fan, right? I am, but yeah, he giving some villain vibes here and there. but all in all, I used to own Tesla. I still love them. I was just actually in a Cybertruck the other day, and it was fantastic. I mean, insane product, guys. I mean, insane. So, again, I'm staying away. It's too much. It's just too much. But still could potentially do a good setup. Still 34 on the RSI, oversold. Right at the 300-day moving average. So if you were buying at 470. You should be buying it at 249, guys. All right. Moving on to Amazon. Man, I miss when Amazon was 99 bucks. I really do. But trading really bitched between its 200 and 300 day moving averages here. Still a lot of things are still over. So we still, listen, there's a lot of positivity coming out in the market right now because we did have a really good end of the week, so to speak. But stocks are still lower, right? Put buyers got absolutely hammered, just absolutely hammered on Friday. Kind of, yeah. Where do you think their poker chips are going? I'm just asking. When these option put buyers, where do you think that premium's going that they're paying? It's coming to us. The juice chasers, the premium chasers. But that's where it's going. In all seriousness, that's where it's going. It's going to option sellers. But yeah, I mean, they had a rough day. So there is some positive sentiment coming out, I think, for to the start of this week. But we'll see. Can it hold? Can it hold? Still some opportunities here for your cash secured puts as we are down towards these levels. Do I think it's sustainable? No. I think we're gonna have. We're gonna come back. Like we're gonna go. I think all of these companies that I'm showing you are all gonna go back down towards their 300-day moving averages, so we can all do some more cash secured puts and stuff. Some other companies that I'm watching, obviously SOFI. Huge run up. I think a bunch of you guys in the community, because I know I haven't talked about SOFI a lot in the past 2 weeks because my focus is on like bigger companies, like the ones that are kind of like quote unquote sure things, like Apple, Amazon, right, Google, like these kind of companies has been my focus. And I kind of take that away from like, other companies for capital, obviously. But, SoFi obviously had a great run up. I know a lot of you are still doing your cash secured puts and stuff. It's really towards that 200, 300 day moving average. So, it's still a decent setup. So, but, running up 6%, I mean, you had plenty of opportunities throughout this past week to get some amazing cash secured puts, especially if you're on a budget. It's only a $12 stock, so one contract is $1,200 of collateral, and the premiums are fantastic. Arista, great to see a little bit of a green for me here, guys. Obviously I'm a very big on Arista, and it's just been taking an absolute beating. I'm still eyeing if we do have a pullback. I am looking at the hopefully the 70s, but we will see. We will see here. But we will see if we do have a pullback. But still, in my opinion, it's still well below its 300 and 200 day moving averages. And Micron. All right, so this is another company. Again, similar in the IT tech space, just a massive run up. It's been getting beat up for the past few months, so you can see it's still down below its 200 and 300 day moving averages. But I'm still keeping a very, very, very close eye on it, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about with like selling options and collecting premiums from these silly options buyers, the Picassos of the candlesticks, I don't get bored of saying this stuff. So hopefully you guys don't either. Take a look at the workshop down below. It's only about 60 minutes long, and I show you how you can actually start collecting premium. Just for saying maybe you would buy a stock or maybe you would sell your stock. It's really cool, and I promise you it's about an hour that is very well spent. I will leave that link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment section. Guys, that is it for today's video. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see you guys tomorrow.